Hey everyone, what's going on? It's Kenny here, and today I just want to give you guys a really quick update on what I've been up to, and I want to talk about some special tips and tricks that you can use for your memory that I think are going to be really powerful, and it's something that, especially if you read some memory development books or some training exercises or even some courses out there, I haven't really heard about it talked very much. So I really think it's going to be powerful for you guys to implement, especially if you practice it, especially if you keep using it over your life, and it'll start to compound. And it kind of has to do a little bit with meditation, a little bit with active thinking, but I really think it's going to be useful for you guys, and I'm excited to bring it to you. So let's go ahead and get started with this episode. So everyone, what am I going to talk about? What is the secret tip that I've been talking about? Well, I wouldn't really say that it's a secret. I don't want to put out a false claim out there, but it's something that, from what I've noticed from people in school, people in the classes that I've sat in, everyone I've talked to, or even the books that I've read, it's typically a lack of focus. What I mean by this is people, they're off in different directions. They don't stay focused on one thing. If you want to learn quickly, you have to focus. You gotta focus, man. I'm telling you. That's the first step. If you're not focused, in your learning, you're not gonna learn nearly as much as you could. If you're not focused in your business, it's not gonna live up to its full potential. If you're not focused in your career, it's not gonna go as far as you want. You're not focused in your relationship, guess what? It's probably going out the window. So I want you to start focusing. But a lot of people have trouble with focus. In a world with social media, with our phones, with the internet, with Google, it makes it hard to focus. Now, I'm not knocking on these things. I think they're great. They're powerful. But every great thing has side effects. There's always a good side and a bad side. In life and nature, I've found, and people have always found, that there's always a balance. There's a balance between order and chaos. There's a balance between good and evil. And it's the same thing with any invention, any innovation in humanity that makes things typically better. There's a balance. So there's pros and cons. And this means that, when you start using these things, when there's a change, you got to be extra careful. You got to find ways to get over the side effects. And that's something that not a lot of people are doing. And it's having an effect on their brains. So how do you get over this? Well, one way that I've found is to just start being conscious of it. When you see yourself drifting off into something else, you get distracted. The first step is noticing that. Then you can start changing that behavior. If you don't do any meditative techniques or anything like that, it can still happen gradually over time. But by meditating or things like that, you can accelerate the process. But just by noticing it, you're going to make a huge improvement over time. And that's always the first step. The first step is just the noticing. So what exactly do meditative techniques do? What I found is that after practicing meditation, you just get a better sense of control over your own mind, over your own emotions. I think the emotion part was the biggest part for me. You don't want to be rash. You don't want to be too quick to judge or be emotional about different things. And it's also had a big effect on my focus. Because in your brain, there's typically two parts. There's the monkey brain and the elephant brain. Or the elephant brain and the monkey brain. You get the idea. So there's basically a logical part that's like talking to the other part of the brain. I don't know if I'm explaining it right, but it's okay. What you need to know is that meditation teaches this part of your brain to communicate better with the other part, so that they're more in harmony, so that it's not as chaotic. And it also teaches you that when these impulses come up, the impulse to focus on something else, or the impulse to be bored or angry, you observe that instead of react to it. That's the key. When you experience these emotions like boredom, anger, impatience, start observing them. Start taking notice. And think about what you can do to change them. That's the key. So what are some techniques that you can do to start practicing this? I think one of the best things are breathing techniques. breathing techniques that will help you focus. So you breathe 3 seconds in, 3 seconds out. And the key for this is you don't want any pause in between the breath in and the breath out. So you just make it smooth. This is kind of, I think it's called velvety smooth breathing. So it's kind of smooth like velvet. I think I read about it in one of Wim Wenger's books. Wim Wenger was a person who, he's very, very passionate about increasing intelligence in humanity, increasing the potential, which is something that I am all about. You know, that's my mission as well. So I'm reading some of his material. I think what he's saying is really interesting, so you should definitely check out Wim Wenger's stuff. Like, I think the book I read was called The Einstein Factor. I would definitely recommend that one. That one is very good. But anyways, back on topic, because, you know, just like we were saying in meditation, if you go off on a tangent, notice it and then bring yourself back on course. Nobody's perfect. Happens to everyone. But what I want to talk about here for memory specifically is how focus affects it. So when you're focusing, you go into what's called alpha brainwave state. And this is the prime point where your subconscious and your conscious are closer together. This is where learning is easiest. The subconscious mind is extremely important for the learning process. It has a bigger part to play that not a lot of people know about. We're still learning about it, so not everything is known. And I think it's interesting to think about what all we don't know about the mind. I don't think we've reached nearly what's possible for the human brain. But that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to increase the potential of everyone, increase the potential of myself, and bring others up with me. And I think together we can all find ways to do this. It'll be interesting. But when you're in the alpha brainwave state, this is where you want to be for learning. Have you ever sat in a group or a lecture where you just couldn't focus? Maybe you're anxious. Maybe you're just sad. Maybe you were depressed. You couldn't pay attention. How much did you learn during that? Odds are you didn't learn anything. And that's the key. You weren't focused in the alpha brainwave state. When it's all smooth like this, the brain waves, you're relaxed, you're breathing normally, in and out, like the velvet smooth breathing technique, it becomes easy to learn. It becomes natural. So while you're trying to learn, start focusing more. Start focusing more on your breath, on your brain waves, on your state of being. And that's going to massively help you, especially if you're practicing memory techniques, which I talk a lot about with my products and my systems and everything. You need to make sure you're always in the alpha brainwave state, because this will rewire your brain faster. You'll learn faster. You'll create new habits faster. So it's like a 3-in-1. It's very powerful. And it's not just powerful for learning, I found it powerful in stressful situations. Anytime you have anxiety, if you're going on a date, if you're going to pitch a client, or you're going to start a new job, being focused and just focusing on your breath will help to get you in a great mind state. So before we end the video, guys, I want to give a quick update on what I've been up to. I know I haven't been too regular with the content I've been putting out, and that's something that I do want to change for you guys. I want to keep providing value, and I want to keep documenting what I'm doing. I want to make it entertaining for you guys. You got any suggestions for how to do that? Go ahead and let me know down below. And what I wanted to say is I've been working hard on the Da Vinci Mind training system. I've been getting it ready for you guys for launch, and I'm very excited to say that it is almost ready. If you wanted to earn more and learn more in life, then it's going to be perfect for you. So if you want to learn more, then check out the link below, because I created a free package for you guys. So you can start your memory training and transformation journey right now for free. I put a lot into this package, and I think it's going to help you guys out. And it can be the first step on your journey to a greater potential for your mind. And so you can start uplifting yourself with your memory and your creativity so that you can accomplish more, so that you can grow faster, and so that you can learn faster. So make sure to check out everything that's been going on with Da Vinci Mind. I've been putting out more episodes on the podcast, so I'll have a link below for that. And I'll keep putting out more content for you guys. You got any suggestions? Let me know below. I'll put them into the content for the brand. And I'll catch you guys in the next episode.